Good evening. Ira Epstein with your Metal Market Wrap-Up, and this wrap-up is for Tuesday, and we're here at the 21st of February 2023, and what a crazy day. You know, you go away for a holiday, you come back, you never know what to expect. And today was one of those times. We're looking at the market now building in 3 rate hikes. The market is accepting that. I'm talking on the Fed Watch page. It's a CME group. It's March, May, June. Hikes, ideally 25 basis points apiece, but that can change. You know, everything's very fluid. We then looked at what Russia did, and it spooks the market that they're pulling out of the nuclear treaty with the United States. That is spooky because you don't know where that leads. We're looking at China with President Putin saying they back them completely. What is that going to do for the relationship between the West and China? Not the best thing at this point in time. And you've got a state of flux and everything. That's where you're at with the market. I'm looking at the dollar, and it's interesting because the stock market was down so much today. You're only up 33 points. It's not radical. You're getting a little bounce tonight, and I would expect that. You probably overdid it in a big way there. Obviously, in the energies, you would think that if the stock market's falling high, if people are getting scared there, it'll weigh on the crude, and it most certainly did. And bonds and notes, well, they're adding premium, and that's going to stay that way until we get through more reports and try to figure out just where we're at. Keep in the back of your mind, you're a long way off from locking in yourself to the 3 different rate hikes. Why? You have a tremendous amount of new data coming out at the beginning of March, and the way that the meetings are set, the FOMC meeting's not to the latter part. It's about a month from today. So there's a lot to be digested here. So let's go to the chart action. In the gold, the weekly chart has been retracing to where I think the support is 1814. Does it have to get down there? Absolutely not. It's a zone. When we come to the daily chart, you can see that if we back off here, the market today, even on the decline, didn't go back and try to challenge Friday's low. When we take a look at the action, you can see you got to 1827.70, gave a bounce, but the trend is down. You have lower highs, lower lows, but I'm questioning if you're going to make it all that way down. Big support lies at 1809.5 to 1808.20. Now, admittedly, this number was higher just a little while ago. If you and I step back, watch how that number is going to start jumping right here. This is where the jumps come in. And we started looking at this just a little while ago. And you were in the 1812 area. Now you're progressing as you're coming down. And I'm questioning if you're going to get down to there. Why? Why? Bollinger Bands. Look where they're at. 1813.10. This whole area from 1813 to 1808.20, that is, to me, a very big support area. It doesn't have to go there. I'm just questioning if we're ending a pattern in time here where the market's going to find its footing. That's the part I'm looking for. Am I looking for a monster break here? I'm not, but, and there's a but, I'm not going to say that the market has turned the corner until this number, the slow stochastic red number, closes over 21. Until that occurs, the bears have full control, and they'll continue to try to press the market, in my opinion, down to these numbers until that disappears on the market. In the gold silver, you can see how silver's starting to come back and gain on this market, and you see it here. Now, this chart's much more bullish than the gold. That's the first time you're hearing me say that if we come back here through this whole rally. So now you're hearing me say something different. Why? Because you're on the verge, the word is verge, of losing the embedded reading if you can get a reading over 21. Barring that, the market is caught between the 200-day average in gray to the 100, the 18. That is your resistance point. If you can clear this, the next target will be 2246.60. Do I think the pros are selling here? It's difficult, but if they're doing anything, they're selling. And as I said, they'll cover if the red line closes over 21 tomorrow. If they're selling here, they're still looking for 21.21. In the copper market, China's done its little thing. It came out, it's told banks they have to lend more money, how to do it. They held rates a certain way, and that's giving the boost as they're trying to lift their industrial sector. But you're overbought. You're on borrowed time if you get up to the 425.40 area, which is the upper Bollinger Band. In the platinum, you are losing the embedded reading tonight. Now, did we lose it on the close today? Let me get you there. No, 19.8. So it's an intra-trading session that you're losing it. It's got to prove it can stay lost. If it does, and if it can close over in doing it 950.60, the 200-day average, then the 972.20 comes into play. But it's also the end of this wave to the downside in terms of momentum. That's over. So maybe a transition taking place in some of these metals. Same thing in the palladium. It's already made its transition. Now you're in what we'll call a bear market rally. Why? Because the market is trading underneath the 18-day average of closes, which keeps the bias of the market down. In the dollar index, you still have an embedded reading, which means the pros are buying the market until that is lost. Pay attention to that. Now, I've done something that you haven't seen. I have decided to do a special report on Walmart. You heard me, Walmart. So for those of you that normally click off here, I told you I was going to start some stock reports, and I was just waiting for an event to take place, and today it takes place. So with this, here's how this is going to work. You're going to get price counts, the weekly chart, the daily chart. There'll be no seasonal charts in this because there aren't seasonals, as I see them, in the stock market charts. I'll cover at times Meta, Apple, Google. These are just some of the sectors. ARK, there'll be Netflix, there'll be GME, Ford, GM, Tesla. All these different ones will come through. So how do you get to this report? It's simple. You go to our website, and under research, it's there. You can also at any time take your cursor up here, give a click to the very top icon. It'll take you right to the area. Fill out what you have to, and bang, you'll have access to the report if you haven't overused the free access that we give to our reports. These are meant for people that are a lot of our subscribers. They've been waiting for me to do this, and it's going to be a regular feature now, different stocks at different times. There's so many of them, I can do more of these than I can do the futures markets because there's just so much to cover, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to do that. A week from now, I'm looking next week to hold the live webinar again, so look for that to happen. So again, I hope you like this, gives you my ideas as to where Walmart is headed. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great day.